Om Shri Sai Ram, offering my most prayerful salutations at the lotus feet of my Lord and Master Bhagavan Baba. Respected Chairman of the Global Council, respected Managing Trustee of the Central Trust, respected elders, students, and my dear brothers and sisters who have gathered here in the holy precincts of Prashanthi Nilayam to celebrate this holy and happy new year. It was almost 45 years ago when Swami blessed some of us with his direct blessings by permitting us to enter the hallowed portals of Prashanthi Nilayam as students of Sri.Tribhuvan Arts, Science and Commerce College as the first batch students. We were all very raw, very young, with stars in our eyes and nothing to depend on except Bhagavan. And we were living in a hostel which was close by because the hostel was under construction. The college building was under construction. We did not have too many amenities then, but we had plenty of Swami, Swami and Swami. And he compensated for everything with his divine love and his presence. I'm reminded to walk down the memory lane. It was my very first day in Prashanthi Nilayam. And as you can see in the portico, all the children used to sit. I was sitting and observing Bhagavan. And as Bhagavan started walking towards the children, it was very amazing to note that Bhagavan exactly knew which boy spoke which language. If there was somebody who spoke Telugu, Swami would come and ask him something in Telugu, and that boy would reply back in Telugu. If it was Kannada, Swami would speak to that boy in Kannada, and that boy would reply back in Kannada. If it was someone from north of India, Swami would speak to him in Hindi. And then there were some boys Swami chose to speak in English, and they would answer back in English. So I was wondering, how does Swami ever get to know as to how these boys speak what language? We all have just gathered here, we have just come down here, and how is Swami talking to them so lovingly in their own mother tongue? And then as Swami walked, I saw there was a boy who looked like a South Indian. So Swami predictably spoke to him in Telugu, and he replied Swami back in Telugu. Then there was a boy who was from north of India, and Swami, I could make it out that he was someone from north of India. Swami spoke to him in Hindi. Then Swami addressed another boy. It was an easy guess. He again was from south of India. And as Swami went to him, I said, it's an easy one. Swami is going to talk to him either in Telugu or in Kannada or in Tamil, one of these languages. And to my surprise, Swami went and spoke to him in English. And Swami said, "Where did you come from, sir?" in that beautiful sing-song tone of his. And that boy got up on his knees. And in an American accent, he said, "Swami, I'm from the United States of America." That came as a rude shock to me. I said, my God, this boy looks like a South Indian, but then he's from USA, and Swami knew about it. And Swami spoke to him in English. And then as Swami started walking towards me, I said, "Swami, you're going to get foxed here. Because I look like a South Indian, but I'm actually from North. And I really do not know what language are you going to speak to me, because this is the first time you will ever speak to me." And as Swami glided through that beautiful way of his, he came to me and ever so lovingly spoke to me in my mother tongue, Hindi. And he said, "Tum kahan se aaya? Where did you come from?" And I gathered courage, got up on my knees, and I said, "Swami, Indore se." "Yes, yes, you are from indoor, not from outdoor." We all know Swami's knack of punning on words, but that was of great and a deeper significance, because the very first time Swami accepted us lock, stock and barrel with all our negativities, with all our false points, with everything as his own, and he said, "You are from Indore," and that was enough. And then started a beautiful journey with Swami, which went on for years together, and it carries on even now. When I say 45 years, as the beautiful songs were going on, I closed my eyes and I suddenly visualized that this glorious hall of Kulwant, Sai Kulwant Hall, was no more there. There was these beautiful trees all around, lots of golden sand of Chitravati, and Swami gliding through and, walking majestically onto the sands and coming and talking to everybody. And in those days, there was a beautiful smile on Swami's face whenever he would come, fresh as ever in the morning. And Swami probably is the only avatar who has taught his devotees as to what you must pray, how you must pray. I mean, I have never heard of any avatar coming onto this earth and guiding his devotees as to how you must pray. So I must relate this beautiful incident to you. When I was talking about these golden sands, there was a roundabout circle where all the boys are sitting here with the bhajan group. And there was a Dashavatar gate where the main gate is now here. And opposite to the Dashavatar gate, there was a beautiful statue of Lord Ganesha with a red background. And as the evening bhajans would get over, followed by a meditation session, after the meditation session, we would all come out, bow down to Lord Ganesha, one by one. Whenever it would be my turn, I would touch his feet ever so lovingly and put my head on his feet and pray that, Lord, grant me Vidya and Sadbuddhi. My prayer used to be constant that, Lord, I want only Vidya and Sadbuddhi. I do not desire anything else. And why? If someone may ask. So I had read somewhere that Vidya is like that ornament which nobody can steal from you. And if you are knowledgeable, people will respect you. So I asked for Vidya. And why Sadbuddhi? Because if God gives you Sadbuddhi, the right way of thinking, then you will walk his path. Then you will walk on the path shown by Bhagavan. You will walk the Sadmarg. So I was constantly praying to Lord Ganesha, Vidya and Sadbuddhi, Vidya and Sadbuddhi. And Lord Ganesha was right here. And it went on for a few weeks until one day, Swami probably thought enough is enough. I must tell everybody what even they should pray. So one evening in September of 1979, Swami gathered some of us and he started speaking impromptu inside the room about the power of prayer. Those of us who were surrounding Swami, it was a revelation with what zeal, with what gusto Swami spoke about how prayer should be done. And then Swami said, in that time, there was a whole crowd of people sitting outside and we were sitting inside with Swami and Swami was talking to us. And then Swami said, all my devotees who come to Prashanthi Nilayam, they are always asking me for some material things. Somebody wants to get married, somebody wants to have a child, somebody wants to get a job, somebody wants to get a bungalow, somebody wants to get their children married, somebody wants to get a position, one who is probably a corporator wants to become a minister wants to become a chief minister wants to become a prime minister. So Swami was giving examples. All these people who are sitting, Swami just said, they all are asking me for material things. And then he looked straight into my eyes. I was sitting next to Swami, right at his feet. But there are some devotees who don't ask me for material things. And then he looked into my eyes and he said, some devotees are there like him who ask for only Vidya and Sadbuddhi. No? My goodness. I felt as if a spear had come of love and hit me on my heart. Here I was praying for Vidya and Sadbuddhi to Lord Ganesha. Little did I know that there was a hotline between Lord Ganesha and Bhagavan in his room there. And every prayer which I was doing was actually getting redirected to Bhagavan. And then Swami said, why do you ask for these worldly things in your prayers? Why do you even ask for Vidya and Sadbuddhi? Do you know what you must pray when you pray to God? Now we realized this was a time of revelation. Swami is going to reveal something great to us. We inched a little more forward and some of us grabbed his feet, somebody grabbed his hand and we started looking at Swami. Swami said, don't ask for name, fame, power, money, position, even Vidya and Sadbuddhi. I will tell you today what you must ask for in your prayers. Swami said, in my divine hands, I hold name, fame, power, money, position, everything. If at all you have to pray, pray for me and me alone, and I shall grant you everything. If you pray for name and fame, you will only get that. If you pray for money, you will get probably money and problems associated with it. But when you pray to Bhagavan, Bhagavan said, I'm holding everything in my hands. Just ask and pray to me for me alone, and I shall grant you everything. And then Swami said, giving us the example of Arjuna. He said Arjuna had a choice during the war of Mahabharata, what to ask for, whether to ask for Lord Krishna or his army. But then he chose Lord Krishna over everything. And then Swami said, rest is history. He got name, he got fame, he got power, he got position, he got kingdom, he got everything, and more than everything else, he got the Gita Gyan, he got Krishna himself as a gift. So dear brothers and sisters, on this New Year's Day, if at all we have been praying for certain material things, certain worldly objects, I think it is time to take stock of our prayers and follow what Bhagavan would want us to pray sincerely, and hopefully whatever Bhagavan would want, he will give it to us in our prayers himself. On another occasion, I remember there used to be these beautiful sessions in the veranda, and Swami would come and impromptu come and talk to us boys. And one day, again Swami started speaking on prayers because we were on prayers. So I thought, let me just discuss this. Another beautiful moment, a personal moment with Swami. Swami was talking about prayers, and then he said, at times it happens that your prayers do not reach me. At least you all feel so, that your prayers are not reaching me. But yes, there are times when you pray very fervently, but your prayers do not reach me. Why is it so that when you pray to Swami fervently with all hope in your hearts, but the prayers do not reach me? And then we all started giving all kind of reasons, and you know how, and Swami would say, Oddu, Leda, no, Ledu, Neti, Neti, everything would be no from Swami's end. Because Swami held the cards and he wanted to give us another secret. He said, those were the days, when we used to write letters to Swami. Especially the devotees used to write letters to Swami. And those letters used to come through the postal department. So Swami said, if you want to write a letter to Swami, how would it reach Bhagavan? So some of us said, Swami, first of all, we'll take a letterhead, we'll take an envelope. On that we will write to our dearest Lord, Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. And then after that we will write whatever prayer is there, write and sign off with our name, wrap up that paper, place it inside the envelope, stick the envelope and write on it to Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, Post Office Prashanthi Nilayam, District Anantapur, Andhra Pradesh, PIN code 515134, which was the real address at that time, at that moment in time. And after which, Swami said, what will you do? Swami, we will take that letter and put it in the letter box. So Swami said, would that letter reach me? We said, of course, Swami, when we have written the letter, we have addressed it correctly, placed it inside, stuck it properly, and posted it to you, so it is bound to reach you. Swami said, no, the letter will not reach me. So we said, why, Swami? What has gone wrong in this? Swami said, the most important ingredient has been missed out by you. Swami, what is that most important ingredient? Swami said, that postage stamp of rupees 10, you have not affixed on that letter, so how will I get that letter? First of all, it is a probability that the postal department may not send me the letter. And if the letter does travel through some error, I may refuse it because the postman will say that you have to pay double the amount to receive this letter. So why should I pay money to receive your letter? So that letter may not reach me. So you have to ensure that in all your prayers, you need another postage stamp. But when you pray to Swami physically, in front of a picture, in front of a photograph, in front of the samadhi, in front of Swami's presence, how do you pray, and what is that postage stamp which you need to put? So Swami said, if you want your prayers to be effective, if you want to ensure that every time you pray and your prayers reach me directly, ensure to put a postage stamp of personal sadhana on all your prayers. When all your prayers are there supported by personal sadhana, all your prayers will directly reach me without any hassles, without any problems. And then we discussed amongst ourselves, Swami, what is the personal sadhana we must do? So very simple, Swami would say. 10 minutes of meditation every day. 10 minutes of Namasmarana every day, and 10 minutes of reading Sai literature every day. If we do, brothers and sisters, can we not spare just half an hour every day to ensure that our prayers are more effectively reaching Bhagavan straight like a jet? So all Swami says is 10 minutes of meditation, 10 minutes of Namasmarana, and 10 minutes of reading Sai literature. So dear brothers and sisters, on this holy day, as we sit here and pray to Bhagavan, let us all resolve that on this holy day, we will all start practicing something nice. Because, every New Year's, we do have a lot of resolutions. So on this particular New Year's Day, let us resolve that we will ensure that personal sadhana becomes an important ingredient of our lives, so that whenever we sit down to pray, we know that Swami, all the prayers are reaching. And what do we do when we pray? They say that when you pray, you are talking to God. But when you meditate, God is talking to you. It is just that it is only in silence that the voice of God can be heard. So it is very imperative that when we pray, we talk to God, but when we meditate, God is wanting to talk to us. We have to ensure that our inner systems are cleansed so that we are able to listen to Him through our inner ears and not the outer ears. We can go on and talk about this, but all I would like to say, one last part of it is, Swami's name itself is everything. The greatest message is carried by His name. And what is His name? It carries of 3 alphabets, Sai. S-A-I. Just 3 alphabets carry the gist of all what Swami teaches us. Swami says, in your life, if you want to have priorities, S stands for Sai first, A stands for all next, and I stands for I last. Swami says, make this your priority. Make God your priority now. Then the world, and then after that, yourself. See where we are heading. Are we in the IAS category or are we some other category? Swami says it always has to be Sai, Sai, and Sai. Sai first, all next, and I last. Brothers and sisters, it was an honor to be a contemporary of Bhagavan, to live with Him, to learn with Him. And I tell you that it may have been 45 years, that 45 years ago He blessed us. But when I close my eyes, it seems like yet another day. And it doesn't seem that 45 years have passed ever since we came to Swami. And so must be so very true for all of you. All I can pray to Bhagavan is that may this New Year's Day, He bless us profusely with everything that our heart desires, which should first and foremost be just Him and Him alone. Jai Sai Ram.